put in. Here we go.
Okay, I just did it. Go me. Hi everyone, you guys are watching the Mac and Cheese podcast. I know Justin and I were just live last week. Was it last week? Yeah, last week. On the 26th of August, because the 53-man roster. Okay, never mind. We just went live so they can hear
It's
it.
week one, baby.
Yep, it's
a
week
couple
one.
days.
You guys, we're 2 days away from officially starting it. And I know Justin and I just went live last week to discuss the 53-man roster. However, there's been some news. We'll talk about that later. We are 2 days away from the league starting, and it's going to be so exciting. So where do you want to start, Justin?
Before we'll leave the Micah Parsons stuff later. Don't wait. We'll cover that. But we won't do predictions for too long.
When we get to the Micah When we get to the Micah Parsons let's do it from different sports perspectives, because people have been asking me, like, what's this like to Bucks, basketball, like baseball, stuff like that too. Just like
right. I got a good comparison for basketball, but that's for later.
Yes. Okay.
Right. So, week 1, September 4th, 2025, Thursday night. It will be on NBC in Peacock.
Yes.
The Philadelphia Eagles, the defending Super Bowl champions, will begin their quest for a repeat. Hopefully, that doesn't happen against the Dallas Cowboys, a division opponent that they faced numerous times over the years, and even with the Michael Parsons situation, even if he had stayed with Dallas, I was still going to pick Philadelphia to win this.
Yeah.
But after that whole debacle on Dallas's part, I have the Eagles winning comfortably.
I also have the Eagles winning. I just like their chances better, personally. Their defense is bad, is horrible. They did lose a major piece in Micah Parsons.
Saquon's gonna run all over them.
Agreed. And the thing is, Micah, we need to address it now.
Sure.
Jerry Jones said he was going to stop the run.
And Kenny Clark was a run stopper, but
right. But Kenny Clark had probably one of his worst years last year as a Packer, though.
Yeah, dealing with a foot injury.
Right. So it's just interesting how that's going to play. Like, I'm excited to see Kenny Clark this year in the Cowboys.
That's going to be awkward.
It's going to be awkward for week 4. Week 4, I'm ready for.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for week 4. But
that's for another time.
Exactly. That's for 3 weeks from now.
So, yeah. Week one can be anything can happen in week 1, but in all honesty, I don't think the Eagles will be upset by Dallas. So, Eagles start 1-0.
Yeah, agreed. One thing that concerns me, though, is Dak has been winning against the Eagles. I don't know if you saw, but Dak is 2-1 against the Eagles, though. So
when he's been on the field.
Right. I'm excited to see this Cowboys offense without Micah. Not Michael, without Micah. I'm just excited to see it.
If it's gonna have to throw the ball around the RBC, Lamb and George Pickens.
But the Eagles do have a really good defense, though. So it's
Cooper DeJean had a pick 6 in the Super Bowl, right. So he's a big piece.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Ready for the next one?
Yep.
All right. So Friday night, September 5th. This game is going to be in Brazil, and it's the first ever NFL live broadcast on YouTube for free. It'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. A fun fact for this one: Tom Grassi was picked as one of the alternate broadcasts for that game. Along with a couple other streamers I don't never heard of.
I've heard of Speed before. Speed is a streamer as well. He's mainly on Twitch, though. Yeah. So competitors with YouTube, which we're on right now. Speed is a competitor with Twitch with Kai Cenat, as people know him. Kai is
he's not a streamer.
Right. Kai is also a streamer. However, Speed does more wrestling from what it sounds like. Well, this is going to be interesting.
And this game is going to be in Brazil, and one of the alternate broadcasts for YouTube is going to be Spanish mainly, so that's good for them.
I like it personally because of that aspect. I do know Felipe told me today he's going to be at that game, or he told me Monday, I think, so yesterday, that he will be at that game. He's going to be sitting right behind the Chargers. He told me the Chargers bench. Yep, it's going to be right behind the Chargers players. So if you guys see him, that's him.
My main issue is not with the. I think it's the same as last year's Brazil game between the Packers and the Eagles, which the field quality was crap last year.
Mm-hmm.
Led to some injuries. Although Jordan Love's was basically he got caught by one of the defenders there, so it wasn't the turf. It was a defender laying on his foot. So, but thankfully that wasn't too serious.
Right.
So that's my only worry. And the Chargers got injured already. Their left tackle Rashawn Slater pretty much hurt the patella tendon, and training camp is missing the whole season. So the Chargers are going to be weak on the offensive line. Justin Herbert might have to get rid of the ball quick. Who knows if the running game will do well. Keenan Allen's coming back for the Chargers, so he's a third down blanket basically.
Yeah.
But
as for I think the Chiefs are going to win this one.
I think they're the better team overall, and they won't be without. They will be without Rashee Rice. He's serving a 6-game suspension starting this week. He's missing the first game of the season, and then he has to deal with legal stuff over that car accident he did. So he was lucky that he is lucky that he's going to only serve just a month of jail time. Wish it was more. But the NFL's punishments are a little weird. He got lucky.
Corey, don't go ahead. I see this. Corey, we'll go to that when we're on the Packers
after predictions.
Yeah, we'll do a lot of Micah.
So yeah, see, I have a Chiefs winning as well.
Me too.
Just the more talented team, and Mahomes and Andy Reid and Travis Kelce. It could be his last season. Got engaged to you know who, and hopefully I'm just hoping the Chiefs don't make it to another Super Bowl. I mean, it may be inevitable, but we'll see. Next up on my thing is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Atlanta Falcons at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, 1 p.m. on Sunday, September 7th on Fox. So NFC South Division rival, NFC South Division matchup here. The Falcons weirdly swept the bus last year. There was the overtime win when Kirk Cousins threw for a gazillion yards and a few touchdowns, won that game, and then the Falcons won when Kirk Cousins got a bit weaker. And but I think that the Bucs will get revenge on that. So it is in Atlanta. Who knows how the Falcons will be with Micah Parsons Jr. starting? Kirk Cousins is still on the roster, but as a backup, they have to give him that money. So
that's crazy. I think this division honestly could come down to the Falcons and Bucs. Though I'm excited to see how this one goes around.
Yeah.
And I did look it up. It is confirmed that it is at the same stadium as the Packers one. Yeah. I'm excited to see Baker Mayfield on the Bucs. Like,
he's been doing good. He earned an extension with them, and I'm glad that he found a great environment. Unlike it's like after being forced out of Cleveland for massage therapist. Yeah. Anyway, so I have the Bucs winning by at least 7 points. It could be a close game. So,
agreed.
So, this is gonna be an interesting one. You have it with the Bengals against the Browns.
Oh,
this time in Cleveland. That's all right. I got it. Cincinnati Bengals against the Cleveland Browns at first. I'm not sure what that stadium is called, but it's in Cleveland next to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So the Browns, they have a very interesting quarterback situation. They have a whole bunch of quarterbacks
Yeah.
They drafted Dylan Gabriel and Deion Sanders' son Shadir in the draft, which was held in Green Bay. And Shadir Sanders was basically like a pick thanks to Jimmy Haslam, the Browns owner. And with that messy quarterback situation and the Browns' running back Nick Chubb, he went to Houston for agency. Houston we'll talk about later. Miles Garrett got a contract extension, $47 million per year with them, so he's definitely not winning the ring anytime soon. I don't think the Browns come close to the playoffs.
Me neither.
But hey, I mean, Joe Flacco is starting for them, and he can pull off any surprises. Given how the Bengals defense is complete trash, even with Trey Henderson, who just got not an extension, but it's basically a franchise tag with added pay. I think it's gonna be it could be a shootout, but I think Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins will help the Bengals win that one by a score of like 35-31 or something.
Okay.
Could be entertaining.
Yeah. So I agree. I have the Bengals winning this one. I do have some Browns fans, so I'm sorry, Nathan, if you're watching this. I'm so sorry. Nathan is a Browns fan. One of my friends from Mac is a Browns fan, and I'm so sorry if you're watching this. I know I'll probably see you tomorrow.
Packers Browns 9
so sorry. I know. He's already talking that they're gonna beat us.
With who at quarterback?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I do think the Bengals are gonna win this. And something I did this year, and I don't think I even told you. Oh, sorry, Corey. This is from PTA chat.
I respect oranges.
RO, we are doing predictions, and you can join us with these because I know PTA is not going live today.
And I do like oranges. Oranges are tasty. Anyway, well, that's we'll tip it out. The way both teams were orange, so it makes sense.
Oh yeah, that's right.
This game could be a bit ugly. The next game on my list, the ESPN Pick'em thing. The Miami Dolphins facing the Indianapolis Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. Whoo boy, the Colts. Anthony Richardson got benched for Daniel Jones of all quarterbacks, and they're definitely not going to get anywhere close to a playoff berth. And for Dolphins, Mike McDaniel said one of the pre-season training camp press conferences like one day closer to death or something like that, and things could be ugly in Miami, but even with that, I see the Dolphins winning this one just to make the Dolphins fans happy for at least 1 week. Colts are a dumpster fire.
Sorry, I'm just letting chat know what's going on about Micah and stuff because they're new to our chat. So I told people, if you guys want, please put your predictions in all the games. We'll read them off like we did last year. We're pretty good at that. And I just told RO we'll be talking about Micah later or soon in a little bit. For Dolphins and Colts, I've already seen someone predicting the Dolphins in playoffs. I've already seen that today.
Well, if they do make the playoffs, it'll be as a wild card.
Right. As far as that goes, I have the Dolphins winning. The Colts are just garbage. Packers have seen the Colts in preseason.
Yeah.
They were okay.
That was a close win in preseason.
Right. It was a close win. However, I do have the Dolphins winning.
Yep.
I just like the Dolphins with Tua and Tyreek versus the Colts, who have Richardson is benched, so he's not starting. So it'd be Daniel Jones that's starting, correct? And Anthony Richardson, or no?
We'll see how it goes with the Indianapolis quarterback situation. If Daniel Jones stinks it up, then Anthony Richardson might be given another shot. But more often than that, I think Anthony Richardson might have to look for another job in the offseason.
It'd be Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor as a running back. That's gonna be. I'm excited to see, like, 6th year of Jonathan Taylor. Is it his 6th or 5th?
Yeah, I think so. It's like around like 5 or 6 years now. So
That's crazy.
he's the best part of the offense.
Wasn't he in 2020? Right? Yeah, 2020 draft class. So 6 years. 5. Wow, that's crazy.
All right, so we got the Dolphins winning that game against the Colts, and the next
Yep.
one on the list is a sneaky good one. Could be a sneaky good game. The Las Vegas Raiders against the New England Patriots. It'll be the coaching debut of It'll be the coaching debuts of Pete Carroll in Las Vegas and Mike Vrabel in New England. Mike Vrabel was formerly a coach in Tennessee, and now he gets to go to now he goes back to New England where he played as a Patriot under Bill Belichick, and he also brought someone who's also back with the Patriots for like a third time is Josh McDaniels as offensive coordinator.
Right.
So the Patriot way is still there. Robert Kraft's still the owner there, and it all depends on how Drake May improves as a sophomore because the Patriots were awful. They could have had number one pick in last year's draft had it not been for Joe Milton going off in week 18. So
right. Who do you have winning? Did I miss it?
So the Raiders could be serviceable with Geno Smith at quarterback and Pete Carroll as coach, but and Max Crosby got an extension as well with them. But I just kind of think that the Patriots will win a close one at home. So
yeah,
kind of like a 23-20 game.
Okay. This one's tough for me because I do have one of my friends I follow on Twitter or TikTok is a Patriots fan, so I don't want to disappoint her. The Patriots were looking pretty good in preseason. I was watching them very, very closely in this preseason this year. They had a really good returner. I'm not sure if they kept him, unfortunately. But he was returning. He almost returned one for a touchdown this preseason. It was super good. As far as that goes, like you said, the Raiders did extend Max Crosby. He was looking okay. The Raiders did get Genty though.
Ashton Genty.
Ashton Genty.
From the draft.
I'm excited. Yep, from the draft. I'm excited to see him in the black and silver. But this is also the second year and for losing Josh Jacobs and Rich Bisaccia. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be interesting to see if that plays a role in their quarterback situation. And isn't Gardner Minshew? Is that their quarterback?
Gardner Minshew, I think. Hold on.
Was he a starter?
Geno Smith's the starter in Las Vegas.
That's right.
I'm just looking it up. Out. He's with Kansas City now, as a backup for Mahomes. So yeah, mm-hmm. getting back on track. I see the Patriots winning close one at home.
Yeah, me too.
Really I know that Patriots fan, Karina.
Yep. She actually just Snapchatted me. That's funny. Respect Orange just said Genty should be awesome to see. Yeah, I'm excited to see him in the silver and black. It's gonna be interesting to see. Yeah. This game is going to be at the Caesars Superdome at 1 p.m. Eastern on CBS. It'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the New Orleans Saints. Well, it could be an ugly game for New Orleans. They're starting 26-year-old Tyler Shaw as the wait a minute. Spencer Rattler. Spencer Rattler's the starter for New Orleans at quarterback. The backup is Tyler Shaw, who's drafted at 26 years old. The Saints, they're gonna tank. They're gonna be one of the worst teams in football. I just know it. They've tried to kick the can down the road for so many years and it didn't work. Right. After losing that NFC Championship game against the Rams in controversial fashion, they kept coming short year after year. And after Drew Brees retired, that was pretty much all she wrote. Right. So I have the Cardinals winning this one by at least 14 points. This is at Saints, right?
It's in New Orleans, yeah. That's the Superdome.
Okay. This one's tough. Not really. I say that, but not really. It's Kyler Murray versus Spencer Rattler, basically.
And who knows how good Marvin Harrison Jr. will be in his sophomore year.
Marvin Harrison is another year. It's sophomore slump year, as some say. So that's going to be interesting to see. He might not be good. We've seen how he did against the Packers last year. Tyrann Matthews also retired this offseason.
Yep.
So I think I have the Cardinals winning.
Yeah, Cardinals win that one. It's not even close in the pick 'em thing. 91% in favor of Arizona.
Okay. Knowing that it's in New Orleans, I think I have Arizona winning. Like, if it was opposite, I would say he gets Cardinals advantage. But.
Right. Well, Aaron Rodgers gets to come back to New Jersey as a Steeler.
Yes.
This game is in East Rutherford, New Jersey, MetLife Stadium. The Steelers and the Jets. This is gonna be either a snore fest or a hilarity to see.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is 41 years old. He's 2 years removed, basically 2 years removed from Achilles tendon surgery. He's on his last legs. He's not as mobile anymore. I'm glad that he didn't come back as a Viking. He's a Steeler. We'll see how it works out. TJ Watt got the extension, although he's on the wrong side of 30, so he got paid for who he was. Maybe I'm not sure how he'll keep that play up, but at least there'll be a more competent team than the Jets are. The Jets have a new coach in Aaron Glenn, who is the defensive coordinator in Detroit, and Justin Fields is gonna play against the Steelers. So it's Aaron Rodgers against Justin Fields, like back in 2022, or the Packers and Bears. So Steelers win.
Yeah, agreed. It is a Rodgers comeback year. Rodgers looked slow in practice the other day too, is something to note. So how is that going to matter? I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's Justin Fields versus Aaron Rodgers, which is funny because Justin Fields was Aaron Rodgers' backup at the Jets, right? So
no,
that's kind of funny. No,
Justin Fields was in 2020. Justin Fields in 2023 was a Bear. 2024, right. Justin Fields was. There was a quarterback platoon with him and Russell Wilson.
That's right. That's what it was.
Speaking of Russell Wilson, he's the starter with the Giants. And the Giants will be taking on the Washington Commanders at FedEx Field. I call it FedEx Field. Northwest Stadium is a lame name. It's in Landover, Maryland. However, the Commanders will probably be moving to a new stadium on the site of RFK Stadium in a few years. Who knows when that will be done?
Yeah. No.
Commanders have to get approval from the government or something like that. So that's back to the game itself. The Commanders, they got their receiver extended, Terry McLaurin, who was the primary target for Jane Daniels. Jane Daniels, who knows how he had a great rookie year. We'll see how it goes. 12-5, were a lot of close wins for Washington last year. I'm not sure if they'll replicate that success that much. They could regress to like a 10-17, but it depends on how Jane Daniels does in his sophomore year. And if for departure of Brian Robinson, he got traded to San Francisco. So the starting running back for the Commanders is Austin Eckler, who was previously a Charger.
Right.
And in terms of the Giants QB depth chart, it's going to be Russell Wilson as the starter, and they got the rookie Jackson Dart as QB2, and then Jameis Winston as QB3. So, very interesting QB room there. And for some reason, the Giants still kept Joe Shane as GM and Brian Dable as head coach.
Yeah.
Lame ducks. I have the Commanders winning at home.
Me too.
Barring any crazy happenings with the moon ball and everything.
Yeah. I also have the Commanders winning. Like you said, Terry McLaurin, or Scary Terry, as some call him, did get extended to 3 years. He's going to be great.
A little over $9 million total.
Yeah, that's crazy. Really quick, Chris. Hey, Chris. Chris says Buffalo has a new stadium coming. That is true.
That's hopefully next year.
Still work in progress. Also heard Cleveland needs a new stadium. Yes. And I believe Jacksonville's getting another one too. And the Titans.
They're getting their. Speaking of the Jaguars, that's our next game. And they're playing Carolina. And this time it's in Jacksonville at Everbank Stadium, not Trevor Bank. Trevor Bank was pathetic. That was a disaster. Trevor Lawrence is a make it or break it year for him. He's been with Jacksonville since 2021. The less said about that year, the better. But 2022, Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars made to the playoffs. Had that win against the Chargers. Knew he beat the Chiefs as well. But then they regressed after that. They were one of the worst teams last year. But hopefully Trevor Lawrence has a great weapon and newcomer Travis Hunter, who is also going to be who is also listed as backup cornerback. So we'll see how pretty much a double platoon player, like receiver and then defensive back. That hasn't been seen like eons or something like that. Like I mean, John Hudson did in the 40s, but that was two platoon football is more a normal thing. It hasn't been that way a lot. So we'll see how Travis Hunter does. He seems like a good kid, but we'll see how he plays in the field against the Panthers. Year 3 of Bryce Young. See how he improves. He got the. It's always tough to get that receiver right. Panther. I'm sorry about this. The new receiver that the new receiver that the Panthers got in the draft was Ted Tyler, McMillan. I'm sorry for mispronouncing things. Some names are tough to pronounce, but seeing that in Jacksonville, could be a close win for the Jaguars. The humidity plays a factor. So.
This one's hard. It's Bryce Young versus Trevor Lawrence too. We'll see how the Panthers do this season. I'm excited to see them. I'm not gonna lie. You're right. They did get Ted McMillan, is what Andy called him for short. The Jaguars are really good for the most part. I'm excited to see them.
Right. And going back to that stadium comment, Jacksonville Stadium is planned to be renovated to look more like SoFi Stadium in terms of his layout, and there'll still be a little bit of outdoor things. It's not fully covered like SoFi Stadium is. Buffalo's new stadium will have 10,000 fewer seats, and it's like $2+ billion in price. Cleveland's new stadium looks bad. It looks like a Cybertruck. And the fact that it's a dome and it's not in downtown Cleveland, I'm sure that's going to be a downgrade for Cleveland in terms of looks. But all these teams wishing at domes is ridiculous.
Just so you know, Aro just put in
Ted Taroa. Sorry, respect.
Tedera McMillan. That's kind of fun to say. Tedera.
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 Thanks, Aro.
Thank you, Aro. He's in RO's in PTA chat. So we have some PTA fans in here. And I love you guys. Thank you, RO, for coming over.
So the next game is September 7th, obviously, at 4:05 p.m. on Fox. It'll be Bo Nix's sophomore season with the Denver Broncos. They'll be hosting the Tennessee Titans. And the Tennessee Titans have a new rookie quarterback in Cam Ward, who got drafted first overall.
Yep.
And I'm not sure if there's a lot of good. I'm not sure if there's a lot of good weapons in Tennessee around Cam Ward to help him succeed. Ryan Callahan was somehow still with the Titans, even though he had the worst record in football, number 1 pick in the draft. So that could be a disaster from day one of year one for Cam Ward. And I just think that the Broncos will have the advantage at home, altitude, Champagne. That defense looks legit.
Yeah.
Reigning defensive player of the year in Patrick Surtain.
Yeah, agreed. Wait, you're saying this year's pass? Wait, you're saying this year's defensive player of the year?
The reigning defensive player of the year.
Okay. I was like, that could be an argument, definitely. I'll get there at the end. Because I'm going to say something that a lot of people have said already. That answer. Really quick, Justin, there's a question in the chat, but I'll ask that when we get done with the predictions, Micah talk and stuff like that.
Right.
Because there's a couple of them.
Well, we'll be keeping an eye on it.
I started. Personally, I want the Broncos to win. Tennessee is not looking good. I was at the draft and I did not hear, there was some cheering for Cam Ward, but not a lot. I'm expecting the Broncos to win this game.
Yeah.
And I think Perna will stream this one too.
Yeah, I'm like, Brian Perna will be happy after that game, to be sure.
That's if he streams it, which I think he will.
Yeah, we'll see if he has some family stuff.
Right.
So the next game also on Fox at 4:05 p.m. Eastern, 1:05 p.m. local is in Seattle. The Seattle Seahawks will be hosting the San Francisco 49ers. Now the Seahawks, they got Sam Darnold in free agency after Sam Darnold had a great season in Minnesota that was unfortunately ended by two dismal showings against Detroit and then against the Rams. The Rams game, he got sacked 9 times in the playoffs. So Sam Darnold is good when he's not under pressure. I'm not sure if the Seattle O-line will help him in that regard. I just think that it'll be tough for him in Seattle with not a good O-line. So San Francisco, who knows how healthy they'll be. They have injuries all over the place. Brandon Ayuk might not be ready until midway through the season. They have Christian McCaffrey was on and off due to Achilles soreness and everything. We'll see how healthy he is. Brad Purdy got extended. And he has George Kittle is still there as the third down blanket, and so even though the 49ers are still even though the 49ers are a little weaker than in previous times, I still think the 49ers will take it in Seattle, but it might be a very close game since it's division and everything.
Yeah. This one's gonna be harder to do. It is division, you are right.
NFC West.
Yeah. I think I have the Seahawks because of Christian McCaffrey and George Kittle.
You mean 49ers?
Wait. Mm-hmm. No, I have the Seahawks to win because of Christian McCaffrey possibly being out for this game.
So you have Seattle winning.
Yeah.
And I have San Francisco winning. Okay. All right. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Sure.
Want to save our game for last technicality?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry. We'll save the Packers game for last.
Also, just so you know, we do have a Bears fan in chat. Hi, Foster.
Hey, Foster. It's been a bit, but doing good too. We haven't gotten to your game yet. So CBS, 4:25 p.m. Eastern, 1:25 p.m. local to California. The Los Angeles Rams will be hosting the Houston Texans, aka the Strouds.
Oh.
That was a very funny video with the scripted thing. So the Rams, they've had a little bit of drama with Matthew Stafford's back.
Right.
It's been like a disc issue, and he's had to go to some sort of healing chamber to help with it. But he is presumably going to be starting in Week 1 for the Rams. And he has Puka Nacua and Cameron Williams, who is still in the Rams. They did lose Cooper Kupp to Seattle, but they gained Devontae Adams from after the Jets debacle. So Matthew Stafford, so Devontae Adams has a good quarterback to throw him the ball to. I mean, but at the same time, Devontae could have been a bit more patient in Green Bay. I'm still a little bitter about that. Anyway, as for Houston, they regressed after rookie season with C.J. Stroud in 2023. 2024 was iffy. Injuries all over the place. They lost Stephon Diggs to a torn ACL, and right near Christmas, Tank Dell caught a touchdown pass in Kansas City, but broke his knee in the process. So he's out for the whole season. Larry Tunsil, the left tackle, got traded to Washington. So I just don't see. I don't see Houston. I don't see Houston doing that much against the Rams defense that has an up and coming edge rusher in Jared Verse. Even without Aaron Donald, even with Aaron Donald retired, I think that the Rams defense will be good against the Houston offensive line. So I have the Rams winning at home.
I also have the Rams winning. Really quick, one thing to mention, and I don't think we mentioned this. One of the reasons why I have the Seahawks actually winning is Cooper Kupp is a Seahawk too. So it's going to be fun to watch this season. I do have the Rams winning. I don't see how the Texans win this.
Yeah.
It's the Strouds versus Matthew Stafford, and Devontae Adams. They looked pretty good during preseason. I was watching their game before the Packers and Seahawks game because that was on the TV at the same time as the Packers versus Seahawks for like the very ending of it. This Rams defense looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie about that.
I think the Rams are my pick to win the NFC West.
I agree.
It'll be a tight race, that's for sure. I think between them and San Francisco, we'll see. And NBC Sunday Night Football, 8:20 p.m. Eastern, NBC. A rematch of the AFC divisional round between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. This is the final year of the Bills in the old Highmark Stadium. It was called Ralph Wilson Stadium for a bit. It was called Rich Stadium. All these different names. They're moving away from that old stadium. They're moving away from that classic stadium next year to a new stadium called Highmark Stadium, which, despite its size, it will have 10,000 fewer seats.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bills, the taxpayers in that area are going to lose. Like, they had to pay $850 million as part of that stadium budget. The rest of the money in that budget was thanks to the owners, and it's gonna lose that charm. The unfortunate thing is that, like, the personal seat license is kind of a scam. But back to the field, back to the game of play. This is the final year of the Buffalo Bills in their old stadium. They want to finish it off with a bang. The Bills were so close to the Super Bowl again, but to do that, they had to face the Ravens, and the Ravens still have Derrick Henry in the backfield. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen were pretty much MVP front runners. Josh Allen won it. Someone argued that Lamar Jackson should have won it. So it could be another high-scoring game, very dramatic affair. And I think that Buffalo will win it, very close one. It could come down to a 2-point conversion attempt by Baltimore. Even with that failed 2-point conversion attempt in the snow, Mark Andrews was still with the Ravens.
Yeah.
And one thing to know is that the Ravens have a new kicker, Tyler Luke, after Justin Tucker got caught with massage therapist himself.
Mm-hmm. Also, the Ravens got Jair Alexander. He's been doing he's been on and off. I'll miss him in Green Bay, but the injury issues have been apparent for the last few years. And apparently he has another injury in the Ravens too, like a similar one that he was dealing with as a Packer.
And the Ravens-Packers game is not until week 17, so who knows if he'll be there for that.
Who knows if he'll even play for that game. And I loved Ja as a Packer.
Yeah.
But he was just battling too many injuries.
I think his best season was 2020.
Yeah, agreed. I also have the Bills winning. Personally, for my AFC team, it's the Bills. 100%. No one can take me off of that. I love Josh Allen, personally.
Well, I've been hoping for a Packers-Bills Super Bowl for years now.
That'd be fun.
Maybe that'll come to fruition soon.
Please make it this year. Please. I would love that.
Excuse me.
I would love that.
Gosh, this game. Monday Night Football. on ABC and ESPN, ESPN2 with the main cast. I'm not sure if the main cast will make this a bit more entertaining. It's the Minnesota Vikings against the Chicago Bears. So, the Chicago Bears, they have a new coach, Ben Johnson, who is the offensive coordinator in Detroit for the past 3 years. And we'll see if he can help fix Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams had a bad rookie year. Not in terms of interceptions, he only had 6 interceptions, but he got sacked 68 times, most in the NFL.
Oh wow!
So they made a couple of improvements to the offensive line. They got he still has weapons. They had Romeo Dunze and Cole Kmet or something like that. And the defense has some good players, but it's a new system. It's a new coach, new system, and with the Vikings, the biggest unknown is J.J. McCarthy. He missed all of last season, all of his rookie season with the torn meniscus in preseason. So this is basically a redshirt freshman year for him. Who knows how J.J. McCarthy will play on the road in Chicago at Soldier Field? But the good thing for J.J. McCarthy, he has a race of point cast around him, including former Packer Aaron Jones and one of the best receivers in the NFL, and Justin Jefferson. Jordan Addison is not going to play due to a suspension. Rondale Moore, a couple of the receivers, some receivers are banged up. I'm sure that JJ has to give it to Justin Jefferson and Aaron Jones to call it a day. Cameron Collins is a good offensive mind. He helped San Antonio to a 14-3 season. Didn't help him with the sacks, but even with this potential ugliness, I see the Vikings winning in Chicago. It could be like a 17-14 game, if I'm perfectly honest.
Okay, wait.
Or 21-17.
Yeah, I think I have the Bears winning personally. It's okay. We have PTA.
I hope they both lose. Well,
this is United Bates.
The only thing that could be better is if it's a tie.
Right.
And I'm not sure if Payne and Eli would want to have that game end in a tie, because overtime is basically another like 30, 45 minutes. Because even though it's just a 10-minute period, it may feel like forever.
Really quick, Foster said Bears need to get offense going. Don't let JJ get comfortable. I got Bears winning 17-13.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, he is also a Bears fan, but I don't think he's biased with it.
There's nowhere to go but up for
exactly.
There's no way to go up for the Bears after the disaster that was last year, from 4-2 to 5-12. And to Kyle Brown NFL Network / ESPN or whatever, the Bears are not winning the division. Keep your delusions to yourself. Yeah.
JJ's first NFL game too. Yeah, at Soldier Field.
Yep. ...
Okay, Foster.
Very tough environment. Who knows if maybe it'll be windy. Who knows? It's a night game. But we saved the best for last. The Green Bay Packers will be hosting their first Week 1 home opener in the Matt LaFleur era against the Detroit Lions, who have won the previous 3 games at Lambeau Field. I'm hoping for that to change. The Lions, they've had an interesting offseason. They lost both of their coordinators on offense and defense. Ben Johnson to the Bears, Aaron Glenn to the Jets. They still have the same people on offense and defense, more or less, except for Frank Ragnow, the center. He retired. So they're still the 1-2 punch of Gibbs and Montgomery, the Sonic and Knuckles, or maybe that could be other. Anyway, Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's a threat, and also a bit of a pain in the butt to hear. Hoping he's and on defense, Ian Hudson was the best player. He was lost for the season in like week 6 with that broken leg in Dallas. But there was I've heard from some people that if the Lions would have made it all the way to the Super Bowl last year, he would have come back. Which, given that the leg injury he had, I don't think it would have been a good idea. Lions got beaten at home in the playoffs by Washington 45-31. 15-2. They're definitely going to regress from that, but I still think the Lions will be a tough team to beat. And the Packers, the Super Bowl window is wide open now because of a trade for Micah Parsons from Dallas. All the Packers gave up for Micah Parsons was 2 first-round picks and Kane Clark. Plus they gave Micah a $47 million a year contract extension worth 4 years, $137 million guaranteed. So he's gonna help that pass rush get after Jared Goff. Jared Goff is a good quarterback when he's given time. I think with that new pass rush and Jeff Halfley still the defensive coordinator for the time being, hopefully he stays. They're gonna wreak havoc. And for the offense, the receiver room has been depleted with injuries. So Jalen Reed has a Jones fracture, basically a fracture in his pinky, the fracture in his bone that connects to the pinky toe. But he said he's going to try to play through it, which I would suggest no. Dontavian West has a calf issue, and he also has had issues with drops last year. The whole receiver room in general had issues with drops. So I'm hoping that's not the case. Christian Watson might not be back until middle of the season, but during the draft, the Packers did for the first time in 23 years since Devon Walker in 2002, they got a receiver in the first round. One Matthew Golden from Texas, and he's going to be wearing the number 0 after he switched from 22. I like 22. I can't wait. I'm not sure why he changed it to 0. And for Micah Parsons' number, he's going to be wearing the number 1. Uno.
Interesting, Foster.
The first time a Packer has ever won the number 1 since Curry and Lambeau back in 1926. And Curry and Lambeau was one of the co-founders for the Green Bay Packers, in addition to George Winnie Calhoun, back in 1919.
Okay, wait 1 second. Foster said, "Yeah,
Nobody
I
likes
like
Parsons.
Clark, but he has been hell on my Bears." Yeah, but I don't like Parsons on the Packers.
Nobody does.
Well,
there were too many Bears, Lions, Vikings, and Cowboys fans who've been trying to cope with hey, Parsons will do great. Hope he gets injured, etc. It's like
I also heard Commanders fans for week 2 say that already too.
Oh
so,
gosh,
they're out there.
Yes,
unfortunately, I don't think Golden is going to contribute day 1. What do you mean? He already is contributing.
He's listed as one of the starting receivers.
Yeah.
And
I like 22 as well. Yeah.
And he's done well during he did well during preseason. Another guy from Texas, Baron Sorrell, the pass rusher. Mm-hmm. He got drafted in day 3 in person. Thankfully, he got that hug from Roger Goodell and celebrated with the fans. Hurt his knee in the Colts game, but he's hoping to come back for week 1. If not week 1, then maybe week 2 or 3. Nate Hobbs, Xavier McKinney will be back for week 1. They had some operations done during training camp, and they missed most of it. I'm excited as heck. I know the quarterback room is a bit iffy with there's Carrington Valentine, there's Keyshawn Nixon still, and Bo Melton, who switched from receiver to cornerback. Grateful for him making the roster. And special teams, just don't screw it up. Special teams, there'll be more kick returns because if there's a touchback at all, it goes to the offense is giving the ball at the 35-yard line. So teams that have to be teams going to be kicking more often. So it's time for the Packers to beat the Lions at home, and I think that's what's going to happen.
Foster, I read Foster's comment wrong. My bad. I thought Foster said, unfortunately, I don't think Golden is going to contribute week 1, day 1. And I read it wrong. I just said it in chat.
Depends on how the Lions defense treats him. It's like,
for sure. Like, how is Kirby Joseph gonna do too? Like, that's one person I'm watching.
Yeah, he's annoying.
For.
He's got a couple of picks off of Rodgers and Love in the past.
Mm-hmm. But I'm excited to see. Here's the thing. No, I did not ignore you. Stop, Foster. I would never ignore you. I am excited to see Olin Jenkins as a center, though. That's one thing I'm going to be watching my out for.
Is that Tom got extended? He's the right tackle, and Rasheed Walker is saying he's gonna start at left tackle. Rasheed Walker and Micah Parsons were teammates at Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Rasheed Walker who helped Micah Parsons get attributed to Green Bay as he was popular in the area if he wants to go to Door County. And I'm glad that Micah Parsons, the best offense, he's determined. Even though he has a back thing, I don't think it's going to affect him that much. He may be limited snap wise due to him missing a lot of practice due to holding on for the contract and the back thing, but probably ease him into it.
Foster, why would we ignore you? Oh my god. Nathan, I hate you right now. Foster, he's saying to ignore him. No.
Packers Bears is not until December.
Yeah, I know. We're talking about that in chat a little bit. I do have the Packers winning against the Lions. It is Matt LaFleur's first ever starter too as his Packers head coach at Lambeau.
First home start at Lambeau.
Right.
It's ridiculous how Matt LaFleur and the Packers were forced to start on the road every year before now.
Right.
I get that 2019, the 100th season, they wanted to open Packers Bears in Chicago, and that was nice. As long as they don't go to Brazil. So again, I'm glad that the Packers don't have to play internationally. I'm excited for Week 1. I'll be tuning in Thursday night with the Cowboys-Eagles game on NBC, and then I'll watch the game on YouTube on Friday with Chiefs-Chargers, Tom Grossi, and I'll be watching Red Zone until Packers-Lions comes up. It's already been announced that Jim Nantz and Tony Romo will be doing the Packers-Lions game. Although I kind of wish Kevin Harlan was doing it.
Wait 1 second. All my Mac friends are commenting to me right now. We're all talking in a Discord chat right now. I do have the Packers winning. I will be watching the Cowboys versus Eagles, without a doubt. I will be watching Packers versus Lions too. That's one I'm really excited for. And we're back for the season. I'm excited for it.
We made it. Two nights away. We finally made it to the lows of the offseason, and any given Thursday, Friday, Saturday, not Saturday until later in the season. But yeah, anything can happen. So
it's gonna be fun.
We're all hoping for our teams to make it to the Super Bowl, and this time the Super Bowl is going to be in Santa Clara, California, Levi Stadium, home to the 49ers.
Yeah.
September 29th is the deadline to go to NFL.com and register yourself or someone you know to be your favorite team's representative for Fan of the Year. Each team selects one representative for their team, gets a free trip to the Super Bowl, and hopefully your team makes it to the Super Bowl. Otherwise, at least you get it there for free.
Yeah. And also, I believe all the Fan of the Years get to go to the where they do Walter Payton Manning of the Year.
The award show.
Yeah, award show every year. Because most likely the Fan of the Year will have to give a speech. Well, if you get chosen for that, then.
I remember Tom Brady didn't speak a lot. With Jay Cutler, it's kind of a weird combination, but also Jay Cutler said Kevin Stefanski's name wrong. He said Steven.
Great. Okay.
Any other details you want to talk about the Micah Parsons deal?
Do we want to talk more about Micah deal with Kenny Clark and like the basketball references about that.
Yes. So this has been a bad year for Dallas fans. Back in the beginning of February, the Dallas Mavericks traded their marquee superstar Luka Doncic from Serbia to the Los Angeles Lakers of all teams, and the Los Angeles Lakers gave them return Anthony Davis, who's been on and off with injuries over the past few years. He's a great player when healthy, but he's made of glass sometimes. Charles Barkley nicknamed him street clothes because he's sometimes gets hurt a lot and has to sit out games in his sweatpants or something like that. I don't think of any good NBA trades that match up to that. It's like Luka, then Micah a few months later.
That's crazy. Really quick, do we want to talk about the interview that you and I both watched today? Or not really? It's up to you about that one. About
David Mulugeta, he told the truth. He basically wanted making sure he was in on negotiations, even though Jerry Jones did a red flag by negotiating with a player without his agent present.
Yeah.
So.
And then he was saying he wanted to have a meeting with Micah, not Michael, Jerry, Micah Parsons, because that was said in the press conference. So that's why I'm repeating it.
Yeah, Jerry had to be corrected by his son.
Dear Lord. That should not have been done in the first place with that whole deal. Apparently, Micah was supposed to go into a meeting with the Cowboys to talk about something, and that ended up being a contract conference, apparently, according to David Mulugeta. And then that's when Jerry basically said you either play on the 5th year or get out. So Micah didn't want to be on the 5th year, and then he was traded to the Packers. However, it is interesting because Jordan Love did say on a video in Dubai when he was racing other NFL players, if you flip the buggy or vehicle, you will become a Green Bay Packer. And now the trade happened. So Matt Schneidman posted that video. I can send it to you. Matt Schneidman posted that video. And also, really quick, you guys, Jordan Love also said last offseason when the Chiefs versus Eagles in Super Bowl, who would you like to see in the green and gold? Jordan Love said the guy next to me. The guy next to Jordan Love was Micah Parsons.
Yeah, they did a podcast together.
Oh, they've actually done 2 of them together. Mm-hmm. They did one after the Cowboys also got out of playoffs with the Packers too. That offseason. That was that one. And then they did one this offseason too. Or last offseason. Which is interesting. That back injury, here's the thing. I'm not too concerned. I am a little bit, but not really.
And the agent said he was feeling better.
Right. And he also said he might need the shot. He might not. That epidural shot.
Yeah, basically pain, like to numb the pain for a few hours.
Right. And honestly, here's the thing: if he needs it, he needs it. If he doesn't, that's what I think about it.
I mean, he has expected to play in week 1.
Right. And PTA predicted 10 snaps for Micah.
10? Wow.
10 to 20. As I heard.
I think 20 at least.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting how many he plays. I think he will get some playing time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for it all.
And I think the Lambeau Field PA announcers will announce the defense coming out of a tunnel.
Yes, please.
Because before that I think it would have been offense first.
Right.
I mean, I guess they'll do on and off. But after this game with the Lions, it's a quick turnaround for the Packers Thursday night against Washington.
Mm-hmm. So if defense gets announced first, which I think they will, I think you're right. Running out of the tunnel, I think that's going to be first. I think Micah should come out last to get the energy up.
the new guy on the block.
Yeah, this one's gonna be fun.
Wearing the prestigious number 1.
I'm excited to see that number 1 jersey out on the field. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be wild when Parsons comes out of that tunnel. Agreed. I'm excited to see everyone's reactions about it happening.
With that green yellow instrumental.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun to see as well. I'm excited to see all of it this season or this Sunday. It's exciting. We are back officially. Well, not officially. We have 2 days though. Do you have anything else to say?
Just thank you, Dallas thank you, Jerry Jones for giving us Micah Parsons. Hope we treat Kenny Clark well.
Yes. Oh, that's another good point.
Good luck with those draft picks, though. They will be very late in the first round.
Yeah, some say 32 or 31. Depends.
Right.
That's another good point. Rashawn Gary is gonna be excellent this season, you guys. It's because Rashawn Gary has never played with the Packers with a player like him, too.
He hasn't gotten double-digit sacks yet.
Right. This is the first time. So people are going to have to go one-on-one with him. Because Micah's going to be on one side. It's going to be Rashawn on the other. People are saying Lucas Van Ness, LVN, is going to be with his hands in the dirt. Right. On the inside. Is what I've heard already.
It's a make or break year for LVN. His 3rd year. Right. I mean, who knows what the ramifications are if the Packers are going to be able to keep some of their players with this Micah Parsons deal. Although Russ Ball will figure it out. He's a cap wizard.
Okay.
Week 4 will be nuts. Hope he's 100% healthy. I'm sure it's going to be a slaughter.
Yeah. If you guys heard what CeeDee Lamb said today, or it might have been yesterday, I don't know anymore. He said something about the trade already. He basically said he doesn't want Micah Parsons to be on the inside because then the running backs would be down in 2 seconds. He already said that.
He doesn't want him in the backfield. Like, spoiler warning, that's going to happen a lot.
No, I don't think Van Ness will replace Clark. I think it's going to be Wyatt or
Wyatt, Kobe Wynn, Chris
Sorrell.
Carl Brooks.
Stackhouse is another one to watch out for.
Is there Stackhouse?
There's going to be a lot of them. Okay. For this one question, I totally already get back to it, so here we are. Who do you think bottom feeders up there this season? Do you think Patriots? You think Patriots will do better? I do.
Patriots will definitely do better. They were 4-13 last year. I see them as 6 or 7 wins. As for the worst team in the league, yeesh. I say the Saints and Titans, each in their respective conferences.
Oh my gosh.
Saints in the NFC, Titans in the AFC.
Yeah. Yeah. That's another. The Cowboys could be up there too, though, with Micah being gone. That's tough. Is there anything else that you want the chat to know?
No, I'm just. I think we covered everything. Just any doubters will be proved wrong.
Are you guys confident in the bodies that will replace Clark? And who is your best? Here's the thing. I kind of am. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
We have backups for this.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing. Kenny Clark was going to be gone next year anyways, people say. Because of cap space anyways. So that's something to watch out for too. Is he was going to be gone. So Packers were technically building up to this anyways. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned. And who is your best? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of good players.
It's bittersweet to lose Clark, but nothing lasts forever.
Right. Like I said, the Packers were evidently going to release Clark next season anyways. So they were kind of building up to this point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Justin, where can people find you?
My subheader is like at Justin_Amandro on Twitter /X. I still call it Twitter. Yeah. And I'm also available on I'm also gonna be although I'm gonna be more active on Blue Sky.
Okay. Smart.
and I'll be active in some YouTube chats as well.
Yes. You guys can find me at Mac Podcast 22. Oh, this one's the podcast. This one's the easiest. Oh shoot. Split. What's up? Yeah. I'm not using green yellow pen on purpose because this is the only pen that I have in here besides for red. You guys can follow me at Mac Podcast 2023 on X. That's the podcast one. Most likely I'll read it, or my co-host Cassie. Speaking of Cassie, we were texting today, and there might be a week recap of week 1. Packers versus Lions. She might be going to a game this year. I don't know which one, but there's a chance. And I do know people will be going to that Bears game as well. The first one of the season. I know it's in December, but I do know people personally that will be going to it. That are close friends of mine. You guys can find me. I don't usually use my personal Twitter that much, actually. I don't know why. That's just... Obviously, you guys can follow the podcast at Mac Podcast 2023 on X. And we do have a Blue Sky for the podcast, however. I haven't been very active on it. So you guys can follow us there, too. What do you have coming up? Or anything?
Just be on the lookout for my blog post coming up, recapping each game for the NFL season for Green Bay. Win or loss or tie. Hopefully a lot of wins. So I usually go into detail with like how the game went, how the offense, defense, special teams did, and just hoping for the. I used to do a preview. I used to do a preview post for each of the games, but I just think I just felt like typing up the same stuff over and over again. It's just kind of. It's just better. I'm a better recapper than a previewer per se.
Yeah, that makes sense. For me, I just posted a video today. What are you guys doing? About the 53-man roster. I did talk about Parsons a little bit in there. Towards the end, I also did talk about the jersey number swaps because there was a couple of those as well. Really quick, I'm going to hit these 2 comments. Hey, Brittany. Brittany says, wow, that will be very cool. Hopefully it will be a good NFL season. Agreed. NFL football season. And then Corey said, I hope so too, Brett. Aw, thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Okay, they're coming to you back and forth now. As far as that goes, I don't know what I'm doing next week. Oh, I do know what I'm doing next week. I'll announce it right now. You know what? I'm going to be... Have a great evening, everyone. Thanks. Yeah. Have a good night, Foster. I'm hungry. You guys get to hear it first. Most likely, every week of the NFL, I will be interviewing one person of that fan base. So, like, next one, we play the Commanders. I already have a Commanders fan booked for preview of that game with a fan. So it's basically how Tom Grossi did it a couple seasons ago, where he brought on a fan of that team. I'm booking fans right now for every single game of the week. For bye, it's going to be like a recap with a couple of friends. I'll keep you guys up to date with that one. Yeah. Corey, what? Oh my gosh. Okay. Is there anything else?
No, I was just wishing for wishing for pretty much like knock on wood, healthy NFL season for the Packers. Hopefully, at least lifting up for the Vince Lombardi Trophy for the 5th time. Will be the 14th NFL championship for Green Bay.
Oh, yeah, it's time to add another one.
Spanning both the Super Bowl and pre-Super Bowl eras.
Corey, I'm not going to read that text out loud. You're distracting me right now. Yeah, I hope everyone stays healthy. I hope everyone has a safe NFL first week of NFL. I'll be back next week discussing how I did.
Yeah, drive home safely if you're going there in person. And for those who drink and gamble, do so responsibly.
And also, don't gamble unless if you're in that state that you can. Because some states you still cannot. Follow the rules. Also, if you guys want to watch the Chargers versus Chiefs, it's on YouTube.
For free.
Yeah, as Justin said, Tom Grossi will be streaming it, and he can show the game. This is the first time in NFL history that you can show the game on YouTube, because YouTube is allowing Tom to do it. But
yeah, before he had to make sure it's on mute.
And he can't even hear the game, so he's been doing it by captions.
Basically, maybe a video version of a radio broadcast with some chaos, because Tom usually does some chaotic things in his streams.
Raids, everything possible. With that being said, do you have any final words for our chat?
I'm happy that week 1's here. I'm happy that Micah Parsons is a Packer, and we'll see how it all works out for every team in the NFL. And as always, go Pack go.
As far as me, I'm excited. Thank you guys for coming in, Chad. If you guys haven't, please hit the like and subscribe button, and share this podcast out with friends. We appreciate it. And if you guys haven't checked out the bio, we are actually 3 away from hitting 150. We're hoping to hit that by the middle of September. I'm thinking right now. Okay. With everything being said, have a great night, everyone. Bye, guys.
Go Pack go.
Go Pack go.